So I'm going to be testing out the Fenty Hydrating Foundation today. I do have a sample here, and this is color number 420. And it's actually a slightly different color from the 420 in the Soft Matte Profiltr Foundation. So to me it kind of feels like a tinted moisturizer, so I am going to go ahead and put it on with my fingers. I am not going to use a brush, and I'm also not going to use a sponge. So basically I'm trying to make sure I can cover this little spot here from a scar from a pimple that I popped a few days ago, about a week ago. So this does come in a tube with a pump, which I obviously don't have since I didn't purchase it, but alright, so here we go. Fenty 420 in the Hydrating Foundation. And I'm not going to use any concealer, and I'm also not going to use anything other than my lip color, just so we can see how this reacts to my dry skin over the course of the next 8 or so hours. And I think that was probably about 1 to 2 pumps. The Hydrating Foundation, the pump on it, it doesn't release as much product as the Soft Matte pump, even though I think they are the same amount of product in each one. Alright, so that is the foundation. And I feel like it covered this spot pretty well for such a thin layer of product. Let's see if I can build it up a little bit just on that spot. And this is how I've been applying the MCGRATH foundation that I've been using for the last 2 weeks or so. Okay. So of course take some footage outside so you can see what that looks like. I don't feel like this dries down, so you probably will need to set it or powder it. I'm not going to do that because I just want to see how it's going to last for the day. And I'm going to go ahead and put on my lip color, and I will be back in a minute. Thanks. So this is the finished look with the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. This is color 420, and all I have on is the foundation and my lip color. It is 10:25, and I've had this on for maybe about 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to try to keep it on for the remainder of the day for about 8 to 10 hours, and we're going to see how it holds up, and I will be checking back in. I'll be back. So it is 2:30, just a quick check-in. The Hydrating Foundation seems to be holding up pretty well. It's been a little over 4 hours. I haven't noticed it breaking up or anything. It's a little warm out here, so I am gonna blot my face. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I'll be back. So just another quick check-in. I was just saying I needed to blot my face. It's 2:37, so I figured I would do it on camera so we can see what kind of transfer that I'm going to get off of this foundation. So I'm a little moist up in my nose area because it's kind of warm. I'm going to zoom you in. Alright, so I'm going to blot around my nose. It's a little transfer, not a lot. I don't even know if you can see that. It's not a lot. Yeah, it's not really a lot, but it's some transfer. I didn't set this, so I do think you probably should set it with powder or setting spray. But yeah, so that is just check-in after about 4 hours. I will be back.
I'm a young CEO.
So just a quick update. It is 6:18 p.m. So I have had this Fenty foundation on, the hydrating one, for about 8 hours. I put it on around 10:15 this morning, and I have not had any issues with it. It is not breaking up on me. I haven't noticed any creasing. Let me zoom you in. So yeah, it's still covering everything that I wanted to cover. It is a medium coverage. You probably can build it up to full. I didn't try to do that. So again, I just have on the foundation and my lip gloss. I didn't put on any concealer or any other makeup products. So this is 8 hours. I will check back in later. Thanks. So this is going to be my last check-in. It is 7:32, and the sun is going to set in about 20 minutes or so. So I wanted to go ahead and get this done. I am still wearing the Fenty 420 Hydrating Foundation. I'm going to zoom you in. I've had no issues with it. I had no creasing. It hasn't broken up on me. And I do have dry skin, so this is something that is definitely made for someone like me with dry skin. And I didn't powder it, I didn't set it, I didn't use any primer, nothing like that at all. And it held up pretty well, so I definitely do like it. I'm going to keep trying it to see if it lasts when it's a little hotter outside and when I have a little bit of more of an active day. I didn't have a whole lot to do today, so I wasn't walking around a lot or out in the heat too much. So I'm going to keep on playing with it, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.